beautiful Nicolettes. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about how to look better in photos or how to make all your photos look on point. So you guys know I've been doing some Instagram type videos and I'll link those ones down below. And you guys asked for like how to look good in all your photos, that kind of video, and I've been really into it. And to be completely honest, I've been loving photos and photography. I thought I would share with you guys 10 tips on how to look even better in your how to look even better in your photos and slay every photo, because girl, you are beautiful and work it. Yes. Before I begin, I just want to say a few things to you guys. I am actually going to Generation Beauty Toronto this weekend, which is June 24th and 5th, or 25th and 6th. One of the two this weekend. So if you guys see me, make sure you guys come up and say hello. I would love to meet you and just hug you guys and take pictures. And I'm probably gonna fangirl over you more than you guys see me. So don't mind me. I'm a little, you know, yeah, we're just gonna go with it. And as well as if you guys go over right now to my Instagram, you follow me and comment on my latest post telling me you're coming from this video, I will go spam you as long as you guys are not private, of course. But that being said, I think that's it. If you guys like it, thumbs it up. Maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do something similar. Let me know, as always, by leaving a request down below what you guys want to see, and let's just get into the tips. Huge disclaimer, by the way, obviously photos and Instagram and all that stuff is minuscule to what really matters in life, but you guys know I love doing these videos for fun, they're girly, you know, just you guys know. I know my family knows, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Sometimes it's fun to dress up, take photos, and just feel really good in your skin and just feel confident and work it. And begin first with makeup tips when it comes to photos, and then I'm gonna move on to the actual photography and little tips and stuff to look better in those photos. The first tip, of course, is to make sure you are matching your foundation. So you should actually match your foundation to your chest color. A lot of the times I find my body is a different color than my face, especially during the summertime when you do get a little bit of a tan. My body is so much more darker than my actual face. So make sure you are matching your foundation to your chest. And a little tip I have for you guys is I am showing you guys a couple of these two products that are from the Body Shop. Basically what these two are is there's a lightening one and darkening one, and if you put this into your foundation, it will either lighten or darken it. So this is really good to have during the summertime when your skin is definitely changing different colors because you're getting a tan, maybe you go on vacation, and instead of going out and always buying different foundation colors and all of that, I know the struggle of trying to match your foundation. These are super good to have for you guys. Lately I've actually been using the lightening one a ton because the foundation I currently have is a little bit too dark. I haven't yet used the darker one because I'm not like tanned yet or anything like that, but they both come in such handy, or come in handy, yes. My second little tip when it comes to makeup is to make sure you curl your lashes and put mascara. I think mascara makes the biggest difference when it comes to putting any sort of makeup. It just opens up your eyes and your eyes become the focal point of photos. So I like to curl my lashes, put mascara, and right now I'm actually wearing some falsies, and I have a whole video on how to like grow your lashes and the falsies I use, so I'll link that one down below for you guys. But I just love falsies because I think it brings more attention to my eyes, and I love playing up my eyes. It's like my favorite thing ever. The third little makeup tip I have for you guys, of course, is the brows. So I think brows make such a difference, and I think it frames your face and it's just gonna put your whole makeup look together. So some little tip I have for you guys when taking photos, if you know you're gonna be photographed, I like to fill in my because English, Nicoletta. I like to fill in my brows a little bit darker because a lot of the time when you take photos, it kind of just washes things out a little bit. So it tends to just look a little bit lighter in pictures. So if you darken it a bit, it's just gonna pop more in your photos. I find this happens a lot. That's why I find putting a little bit more makeup on shows more on photos. If you go a little bit natural, it's not gonna pick up as much and it might look even a little bit lighter. So I definitely suggest going just a tiny bit darker. And as you guys can see, I actually just filled in my brows with a darker eyeshadow color. And number 4, a little tip I have for you guys is, especially if you're using like a DSLR or an actual digital camera as opposed to your phone, a lot of the time cameras pick up flyaways that you may have. So a tip I have for you guys is just to use a hair oil. This is just gonna tame your hair. I like to apply it obviously to the ends of my hair, and then whatever I have left over, I just put it kind of like on the roots and stuff like that. Obviously not much because you don't want to look like an oily mess, but just to kind of tame those flyaways, because I find that if you use a camera, especially that picks up detail, you're gonna notice all these little flyaways everywhere, and that just nobody wants to deal with it. My fifth tip is now moving on to the actual photos. So something I love to do is I love looking at photographs, whether it's in a magazine, and especially now we have Instagram, which is like, Instagram is like my new magazine thing. When I was younger, I used to buy magazines all the time, but now I just like go on Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, you know, social media problems. So I just go on Instagram, and Instagram has this really cool feature now where you can save photos, which may be a little bit creepy now that I think about it, because your girl saves a lot of people's photos. But it has this little feature where you can save photos now, and it just goes onto your little feed. And I like to save a lot of people's photos for inspiration, whether I like their outfit, I like their pose, I like the background, just kind of give you inspiration. And also when I like to take photos of other things as well, so when I take my own photos, I like to just get inspiration of things that you can do. My best friend Jessica, which I'm sure a lot, if you guys are following me on either Snapchat or Instagram, you guys definitely have seen her, but she has started a photography Instagram, which I'll link down below. It's plume.productions, and she has been posting a ton, so if you want inspiration from her, definitely go check her out. Tell her I sent you, and as well as she posts a lot of photos that we end up taking together that I don't actually put on my Instagram. If for some reason you want to see this face a little bit more, then I don't mind. She is so good at photography, and it's just really good to get different inspiration and stuff like that, and I love to look at people's photos. Tip number 6, so now it comes to when you're actually taking the photos. So a little tip I have for you guys is to stand in front of bright colored or like white or something, a white background or a bright colored background, because this is just gonna brighten up your face, as opposed to if you're in dark settings and stuff like that. I just find being in a bright area just brings light to your face, and it's just gonna make your photos that much more bright and vibrant. And of course, lighting is super important. So I think natural lighting is the best, I would say. And as you guys can see, if you're facing the window, or if you're facing the light, or if you're in front of a window, that is really good lighting. But as you guys can see, if you do not face, so your back is to the window, your photo is gonna turn out super dark and not on point. Another little tip I have for you guys is, I said this in my How to Grow Your Instagram, so if you haven't seen a shameless self promo, it's great to take photos on an overcast day, so when it's kind of not super bright out, but it's also nice to take photos when the sun is setting or the sun is rising, because it just gives you a different type of look. It gives you different lighting coming in, and I think it can make really cool pictures by doing it. Now we're gonna move on to all the poses and just how to work it. So number 7 is to angle your body. It's said that if you face forward, and if I'm just straight on to you guys, it's not as flattering than if you kind of angle your body and you angle your face. I just find it's not as flattering when you're face on. So something I like to do is when I take photos, I usually put one leg forward as opposed to just having both legs out. And I just like to put one leg forward and kind of twist your body and your face. And I just find that that's way more flattering than if you were just in front, not moving with, not using your arms, or not using, like twisting your body a little bit and doing like a 3/4 pose. Of course, when you are angling your when you angle your water bottle. When you are angling your body, another thing I do when it comes to photos, I find it's easier to pose and stuff when you have props in your hands, whether that's a jacket, whether it's a purse, sunglasses, a flower, something like that, where it's like you have a little prop where you could just kind of work with it instead of feeling so awkward with your hands just being everywhere. I just think it's fun to work with it and stuff like that. And I find if you are taking like selfies or something like that, I find photos turn out so much more flattering when you lift your phone, for example, up, or the camera up, because it makes your eyes just look that much bigger than if you do the selfie just straight on. So that's definitely a little tip I like to do when taking selfies, because selfie game strong. Tip number 8 is actually said to be a red carpet old school trick, and I actually found this on the internet, and I think this really does work, and that is you're supposed to put your tongue behind your teeth when you smile, because this is gonna make sure you don't have that like super big and awkward smile. It just gives you a nice little grin, and it makes sure that you don't do that overly big smile. And I think this is a really good trick, and it really does work. So next time you smile in photos, or you have to smile for maybe be a school picture, graduation picture, put your tongue behind your teeth. I always get questions about kind of like how to avoid double chin. I know it's super random, but apparently it's a thing a lot of people want to know. And that is if you actually elongate your neck and just kind of push your face out but have your chin slightly down. I know, it's like math problem here. It will actually avoid any double chin in photos. And sometimes, you know, a double chin, a lot of my Snapchat game is if you guys see some of my photos, I got a lot of double chin photos out there, but if you just elongate the neck, it really does make a difference. And if you just know how to angle your face, as opposed to obviously if you're gonna take a picture from down below and no one's really gonna look that flattering in that. So just working your angles and making sure that you do elongate that face. Tip number 10 is a super good one. So a lot of the times it's super annoying when you get that red eye in your photos. A little tip I have for you guys to avoid that is look into the light source right before you take your photo. So if you actually just look into the light source before you take your photo, it's gonna shrink your pupils and help you avoid that red eye that you might get. So this is a really good tip and I've been using it recently because I actually just found this one out. As well as if you're someone that tends to blink in photos right when it's snapped and then you just look like I do that all the time. All you have to do is close your eyes before you actually take the photo, and this is gonna help you avoid from blinking or having those lazy eyes in photos and stuff like that. So in the end of the day, just practice and stuff is gonna make you have those bomb photos, and I just think it's fun to sometimes get dressed up, you know, pose and feel like a model one day because we're all different and we're all beautiful and we all have our own beauty. So I think it's just fun sometimes to play around and do all that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I had so much fun filming this for you guys. A thumbs up once again if you liked it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below to join the Nicolette's Fam Jam. Circle uploads every other day here on my channel. And as well as I hope you guys are having an amazing day, evening, or night whenever you're watching this. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!